This has been one of the craziest years of my life, and everything started when I decided to quit my job. At the beginning of the year, I made the decision to quit my job, and it felt kind of surreal to walk out of the building knowing that this was the last day here at my work. Part of me was wondering if this was the right decision, if this was maybe the biggest mistake I ever did in my life, but another part of me felt free. I was finally taking control of my time. I knew I wanted something different, and I also knew that I want to take control of my time. That's one reason I started YouTube, to share my experience, my story here, so that you can also take the step, take the leap, and decide to step away from your job and do something for yourself. So speaking of YouTube, I started this channel at the beginning of the year and we hit 1000 subscribers, and I can't even describe how grateful I am for each and every one of you. Thank you very much for supporting the channel and watching my videos. And as if that wasn't enough, I also landed my first sponsor for my YouTube channel. I always thought that you need a big channel to get a sponsor, but it turns out maybe even with just 1K subscribers you can land a sponsor. Or I was just lucky, I have no idea, but I'm very happy that this happened. Making and recording these videos take quite a lot of time, maybe because it's all new to me and I have to learn like how to set up my camera, how to set up lighting, edit my videos, make it somehow engaging, and yeah, just all of that together is quite a lot of work, which I underestimated at the beginning. But every challenge pushed me as a content creator, and I tried to make every video a little bit better than the one before. A big plus of being self-employed is that you can travel whenever you want to. Since I didn't have a job and no meetings anymore, I could decide when I want to travel. This is a big plus when it comes to being self-employed. All you really need is your laptop. And speaking of challenges, I traveled like crazy this year. But the real adventure was my 5-week trip to Norway. Now let me tell you, I have never slept in a tent before. But after a few nights under the midnight sun and the sounds of nature around me, I was hooked. For 5 weeks, my tent became my home. But I will be honest, not all moments were glamorous. Norway was way more expensive than I anticipated. I remember thinking, that's the most I've paid for a burger. There were tough moments, like when we had rain for like 3 days straight, and living in a tent means you are basically exposed to the weather outside. So we couldn't do much in those days, and we spent most of the day in the car. But even with the challenges, Norway has one of the most unforgettable moments of my life. I got engaged. It happened on a beach called Kvalvika. You couldn't get there without hiking. It was one of the most breathtaking hikes I did in Norway. The hike was really intense. We had a lot of things packed. There were moments where the wind was so strong I was a little bit scared to fall. But every step brought us closer to the summit and to a moment I had been planning for months. I actually planned to propose here at the top, but it was actually so windy that we decided to go down to the beach. But going down was like bouldering with like 7 kilograms on your back. Going down to the beach was so challenging. I think I can still feel the pain in my back. Once we made it to the beach, we set up our camp. It was the perfect moment in the perfect place. A beautiful view over the beach and we could see the sunset there. I told her how much she meant to me, how every adventure was better because she was by my side. And then I proposed. And she said yes. And as if life couldn't get any better, we had been considering adopting kittens for a while. We saw the cats on a website for rescued animals. We were still traveling and it would take us a couple of weeks before we came home, so we thought we will most likely not get them. But they were still there after we came back home and no one adopted them. So we reached out and asked the shelter if we could give them a new home. This is Jemmy and this is Tommy. They're from Spain and 1.5 years old. They've brought so much joy and, let's be real, chaos, but we couldn't have it any other way. And to anyone who thinks only dog can learn tricks, check out what Jemmy and Tommy have learned in like 2 months. They have become now part of our family. Looking back on this year, it's kind of incredible how much has changed. From quitting my job, starting a new career on YouTube, traveling quite a lot, getting engaged, and adopting 2 amazing cats. Remember to take chances, embrace the unknown, and always follow your heart. I have so many exciting things planned and I can't wait to share them with you. But until then, enjoy your festive season, enjoy your new year, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!